Mucho better. Oh, hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I finally got a chance to slip away for a little bit. As you saw in the last little short video I did, which I was going to make a short out of that, but apparently I don't know how, so that didn't pan out. And about as quick as I posted it, I got an email from YouTube, saying they age restricted it. So I'm assuming you can't show a dead pig on YouTube, or they don't want little kids seeing it. I guess they can go to the store and look at pork chops all day, but not a whole one. So we finally made it out to a spot, trying to get set up. I got a new toy here. This is a Coleman 425C. A lady sent me a message the day before yesterday or the day before that with a picture of this, said, "Are you interested?" So I texted her back and said, "Sure, I'm interested. How much?" She said, "Come get it. It's going to the junk man if you don't." So these things were made between 1962 and 1964. The only problem, the cap is a little hinky. You have to really crank it down because there was a little rust around the top of it. And I tried to clean it up. But you got to crank it down to keep it from leaking where it'll hold pressure. But other than that, both burners burn fine. This thing is cool. We'll be using it later. But for now, I got to get camp set up, folks. I'll get right back with you. All right, folks, we're going to try something today. Well, maybe we are. Huh. I'm losing pressure. Well, this is going to be a mess. Apparently, I didn't get that tight enough. We'll try that. That check valve might be bad. Yeah, we got her burning. I've been experimenting. I was going to take another kayak trip here before long, and I was looking around at homemade backpack meals or whatever, dehydrated stuff. The wife had made some chili, so there was also some rice in the refrigerator. So I dehydrated the chili and the rice, and I don't know, vacuum sealed it, but it lost its vacuum. But we're going to try to rehydrate this and see how it works. And if it comes out all right, I'll actually make some more. Maybe chili, might try, I don't know, hamburger helper or something, like one thing deal. I don't know. But we're going to try this and see if it works. Soon as, well, I can't get the lid tight enough now. I didn't bring any pliers. Probably ought to light that thing. I believe it's going to be good enough. What I got in here is 1.5 cups of water. If we can get that to boil without losing our prime, we'll try to rehydrate this thing. And I'm not real sure if I want to rehydrate it in this vacuum seal bag, or if I want to just dump it in the pot and let it rehydrate in there. Probably easier to eat out of that. We may just do that. See how long it takes to boil water here. Let me ask you a question while we're waiting on this to boil. When you were kids camping with your parents or your aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody, the whole family, was it your job to pump up the stove and the lantern? My dad and my uncle were the world's worst. Come time to cook, well, one of you kids better pump that stove up. Start getting dark. One of you kids better pump that lantern up. Of course, you know it ain't a big deal, but I guess when you're 5 or 6 years old, it's a little struggle. But if that was your job, leave a comment. Tell you what, the weather is, I don't know, I suppose it's 72, 73 degrees out here. I don't know, we could probably really find out. It's not supposed to rain. Rained a little last night, not much. And it's going to get down about 47 tonight. Looks like it's 69 degrees. And the low tonight is going to be 47 degrees at 7 in the morning. I believe we can deal with it. I don't know what if I'd have raised that up before it got hot. She's not boiling yet. I think I'm going to get me I don't know, either try to get a gasket for this lid or just get a whole nother lid. Yeah, because I can't do this all day. But trust me, this ain't the only stove I got with me. I've got the 2-burner propane Coleman in the back. I got a single burner butane stove in there. I got a little backpack stove in there. And we ain't out of ways to cook. But I tell you what I do have to do. I was going to make sandwiches tonight because everybody knows that's one of my favorite meals. I didn't bring any bread, didn't bring any buns, nothing. So when I get my lunch fixed up here, I'm going to bust out the Dutch oven, get me some Coles cherry red, and try to bake some bread. We'll see. Might have to heat it out of the Dutch oven where it's stuck to it, but we'll try. I got a beer bread mix. I have a friend that makes this stuff. Well, she makes all kind of stuff. She's got dips, bread mixes, biscuit mixes, I think soup mixes, you name it. She makes it, and it's all simple. This you add, wait a minute. Oh, okay. 1 can of beer, or you can use any carbonated beverage. And I don't know if you can see this or not. We'll, if not, I'll put a link below. If I can quit shaking. I don't know if you can read that. She has a website, and I'll try to link it in the description of this video. But so far, everything I've used of hers has been great. It's called Dry Fun. They're out of Shellsburg, Iowa. And I guess she ships it. Oh, yeah. She's got an email address on here. But I know she hits all the farmers markets and craft shows and whatnot. I don't know why I opened that. I'm not ready to cook it yet. I think my water's boiling. I think we are going to try to rehydrate it right in this pot. Give her a little stir. And I'm not sure how long that'll take. So what I'll do is I'll just let it sit there, and I'm thinking 20-30 minutes anyway. But I'll get back with you when it gets rehydrated. Let me get you shut off here, and I'm going to try to dig out my Dutch oven and stuff. All right, we're going to give it a try, folks. See what we got. Wow. It's definitely rehydrated. See if you can see it. Like I said, it's homemade chili and rice. Now, here's a big question. Is it fit to eat? It is. Everything's soft. The meat, the rice. Let me get some beans here. Oh, yeah. That is going to be a keeper. Now I know to go ahead and do a bunch of it. I've got 2 dehydrators. I don't know how many trays between the 2 of them, probably 10 or 15, maybe, I don't know, 10 or 12. Fill up all the trays, and hopefully not with the same thing, though. That'd be a bunch of chili or whatever. Try to come up with something different meals. But this will work. I think it'll be easy to haul around. And it's a whole lot cheaper than Mountain House. Let me get off here with my mouth full. All right, folks, we are going to do this. I don't know if you can see me or not. I'm not used to that camera yet, and I don't know. It does good video. The audio is nice and loud, but some days I wonder. Like I said, this is a beer bread mix from a small company here in Shellsburg, Iowa, that makes all kind of dry mixes. Most of them, you know, you just add water to, or beer or something like that. There are some that are a little more tricky. You got to add like sour cream or whatever, some of the dips. But this, you dump in a bowl, add 1 can of beer, which is kind of a waste of beer, but I might make it on what I got by sacrificing that one. And I'm thinking I will probably wish that I had brought some parchment paper or something to line that Dutch oven with, because it's not the most well-seasoned one I've got, but it is the most well-seasoned one I've got with me. And I think I should have brought a rubber spatula or something I may have one in there. We'll try to make that work. I scrubbed this out real good a while ago, and I did spray it down, but I'm going to spray a little more. I got a feeling this is going to be bad. It's turning out that way already. Oh! Anyway, we'll set that right there. We'll get this put in here. Yeah, I'm thinking baking it on parchment paper would have been a lot better idea. That's the way the professionals do it. Tell you what, if you want to see a professional, look up Cowboy Kent Rollins. That dude, he can cook, and he can cook about anything you can cook at home in a Dutch oven. All right, we got that ready. Should have brought a towel. Let's see what we can do with this fire over here. I've got some coals going in a charcoal chimney there, and I kind of scraped out a place to maybe get it all set up. But what I didn't do was bring anything to grab these coals with. So I'll dump them right in the fire pit and try to scoop them out with this shovel. Yeah, shoot. I don't think they're quite ready, but I don't know, we'll get some for the bottom. And you know how you read stuff on the internet? Supposedly, if you want this to bake at like 325 to 350, put about 5 coals on the bottom and 10 on top. Well, I don't know, we're going to wing it. That's 8 coals, but one of them's little. We're going to try it. Can't hurt. I do know you want more on top than you do on bottom. Probably didn't need all that crap on there, but there's another guy on the internet that I watch a lot. His name is Carl O. And he may be in Kentucky somewhere, I think. But he's got him a little outdoor kitchen set up. Well, not little, it's a big tent set up on his place. And he cooks out there all the time. Yeah, that's 9 or 10. But let's just make sure. We'll see how that goes. But since I've got these coals in here, you know, I'd feel better with one more under the bottom. Probably going to kick myself in the butt for that, but it ain't going to go anyway. But since we got these coals here, let's see if we can start a fire with them. All right, folks, we are cooking. Theoretically. Get my hand out in front of the camera. There we go. All right, it says, I think it said, I don't really know. I threw the directions way before I really read them. We'll know when it's done. When it turns black, it's done. All right, I'll get back with you. All right, folks, while we're waiting on the bread to cook, I just want to point out this would be a good time to hit the like and subscribe button. I don't know, I'm not sure about the algorithm on YouTube or anything like that, but I do know I need subscribers. So if you get a chance and you like what you're watching, hit like and subscribe. Thank you. All right, folks, we are going to unveil the bread and see what it looks like. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get around here and look. That is, it's about as good as I can get right there. Now, the question is the bottom of it burnt? Let's see if we can find something to try to get it out of there with, or do something. I guess the other question is it stuck on the bottom? Not stuck, because it just slid over. Oh, shoot. Well, it's a little dark, but it'll be good enough. But my problem is, I guess that Dutch oven was too big. I wanted it to be more like a loaf of bread. But I think what I'll do, I'll just slice through it and I'll have one big bun for my sloppy joes. That ought to be interesting. But I do think, since I've got this Dutch oven already dirty, I'll just cook in it. So I'll get my burger fried up. Well, I might need to wipe the breadcrumbs. Well, you don't want to touch that. I'll wipe the breadcrumbs out, get my burger all fried up in there, and add my manwich seasoning. Let this cool off, and we'll try to slice it up like a bun. Don't know if it'll work, but there we go. I got bread. All right, we're going to go ahead and use the Dutch oven since it's already dirty. And, yeah, that'll be all right. I moved all my wood to the front and just coals under it, which is still going to be hot, I'm sure. What I got here is just ground venison from the locker. I don't know. Me or Sandy one killed it last year. It is straight venison. There's no fat added. So I did spray the pan down pretty good because it ain't got any pork or anything in it. There we go. All right. We're going to get that fried up and then throw in the sloppy joe mix. And sooner or later, we'll have some supper. But the bread turned out, and I think what I'm actually going to do is just make one big bun out of it. Let me see if I can get you to look at me. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. All right. I don't even know where the camera's pointing. I can't see the thing. But our bread turned out. We're going to make up some sloppy joes. And I'll probably make one huge bun out of that and eat it for 2 days. So we'll get it going and I'll get back with you later. All right, folks, we have got our burger browned up. Let's add the manwich juice to it. Wait a minute. I had it on the side of the can there. I ain't saying I licked it off, but it ain't there no more. Well, I just can't stand the thought of leaving anything in there. I don't know if you guys can even see that or not. Man, that looks good. Of course, it's just manwich with venison, or, you know, ground venison. And really all I got to do is let that heat up. I don't want to burn it up. I almost want to put a splash of, I believe I will. That was just a little bit of a watery-like substance I had over there. That rinsed it out a little. But I can tell you what, this pan is hot because that didn't take but a second to start boiling or bubbling, simmering, whatever. I actually have a tool for this. I don't know where I can put it to just kind of warm it up instead of cooking the crap out of it. All right. We'll let that simmer for a few minutes, probably put the lid on it, and go from there. I'll get back with you. All right, we're going to try this, people. I don't know, man, the manwich looks like manwich. Thing is, can't mess it up if you know how to brown hamburger meat and dump a can of stuff in there. I did slice this bread off camera, but I got to get the lid off of it. That is going to be the bottom bun. You know, this is really ridiculous, but I figured since that bread turned out like that, which it rose, but the pan was so big, it just got wider instead of taller. Well, that figures. I got plenty on there, and I've still got some left in the pan. But we'll deal with that later. Now, if we can get the lid on it, or the top bun, there you have it, folks. The world's largest sloppy Joe. But, you know, even I can't eat all of that. I don't think I can eat half of it. Oh, that bottom is crusty. I forgot about that. I should have let it sit there and soak through a little bit. Might as well go ahead and quarter it up. This is ridiculous, but it ought to be good. Dang, that tastes like toenails. I don't know why. No. Yeah. Then get my bun cut all the way through over here. It's hitting the table. We're not leaving any for the flies. Well, I tell you what, I've had fly killings in there like you wouldn't believe today. For some reason, they were flogging in that van when they had the doors open. So every time I go in there, I kill me 10 or 12 of them, then sweep them out of the floor. All right, that's it. Man, I have some shredded cheese in there. I should have put some on there. Oh well, we're going to eat it. All right, guys. We are going to probably scoot that chair a little closer to the fire and sit here and enjoy ourselves. Get a chance, hit like and subscribe. All right, folks, I have finished half of that damn big-ass sloppy joe I made, and got everything cleaned up. Trying to re-season this Dutch oven, which I should have done it a long time ago, but I'm going to sit out here for a while, maybe watch a John Wayne movie or something, and try to season this Dutch oven till I burn up all my firewood. Then I'm going to call it a night. I'm not sure what time it is. It's, well, let's see. Well, I guess I'll never know. It's 7 o'clock, so I'm going to try to season on this Dutch oven until I get tired, and then I'm going to hit the hay. It's been a long day. It's been a long 2 or 3 days. I'm just glad to be out here unwinding, watching the fire and watching the empty campground. Not a soul in sight. But I'm going to sit there and drink one more cold beverage while I'm doing that cast iron, and then call it a night. See you in the morning. Hey, good morning, everybody. We are heating some water here. Boy, this, ouch! That pot barely fits on this burner, and I've got a couple other small pots that don't fit on there. It's kind of irritating. I don't know. There ain't nothing I can really do about it. Anyway, we're boiling up some coffee water. We're going to try something different today. We've got some Folgers single classic roast. What it is, I was looking for something to carry with me on my next kayak trip, and I don't like instant coffee. I don't care what kind it is. But this is just coffee like in a tea bag. I mean, it's real coffee. It's not instant. And it says 1 for 6 to 8 ounces of water. And I'm pretty sure this will hold more than 6 to 8 ounces. So we're going to put 2 in here. And see what we come up with. See if it's fit to drink. But I have been up for a while. I've already drank 1 whole pot of coffee. 47 degrees out here. A little chilly. I'm out of firewood, so unless I can scrounge up something to build a fire around here, I think we're going to run it cold this morning. I tried my little Ozark Trail heater in there last night. I don't know, I'll show you. I bought this thing. If you watch my older videos from last winter, you've seen it. It worked good all last winter. I had it in my truck bed tent. I had it in my regular tent. I had it in here. Well, I had it in here even when it was just bare walls, no insulation or anything. And it always worked good. Well, I've been carrying it around since last winter in the back of the van in the garage space. And when I pulled it out, it was full of dust. Well, I should have done it at home where I had an air compressor to clean it out, but I just did the best I could out here. You can fire it up and it'll run perfect for about 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Then it shuts down. Wait a minute, and it'll fire right back up. I don't know what it is. Maybe the oxygen sensor's dirty or something in it, but I'll get home, I'll give it a once over, and we'll see what we can do. But in the meantime, we're going to get that coffee water boiling and see if this makes a decent cup of coffee. And if it does, that'll be my answer for lightweight, you know, whatever. Kayaking, backpacking. I ain't doing no backpacking. Well, maybe from here to the playground or something. But it is a nice morning out here, except it's a little chilly. And I was sitting in there earlier watching a YouTube video, drinking coffee, and a guy rode through here on a tractor. Just an old, looked like an old 1066 or something like that. But I don't know, I guess he was touring the campground first thing in the morning on his tractor. But I'm going to shut this off, get that coffee ready, and I'll get back with you and let you know if it's fit to drink, or we're going to have to come up with a plan B or something. But we'll let you know. All right, I got it done. It's actually a pretty good cup of coffee. I should have let them soak in there a little longer, or dunked them some more, whatever it says to do. I think what I'll do next time, I'll actually just put them in the water and boil them in the water. This cup turned out a little light. I pulled them out too early or something. But it's actually as good as regular Folgers coffee. It works. And it's still hot too. But yeah, that'll work. So it was worth it. All right, folks, we did scrounge around and find enough wood laying around to get somewhat of a fire going. Just been sitting here thinking about cooking breakfast. And what I got is some homemade venison breakfast sausage. Normally, if you see me eating sausage, this is what it is. I don't know. I ought to go ahead and cut it down here. Stuff's pretty good. I don't think I added enough fat to these. The batch I did last year, but I mean, it still tastes good. It just doesn't make any grease to fry your eggs in. But we can take care of that. We got oil and spray and everything else. See what we can get. Yeah, they're clean enough. That ought to make a pretty good sausage patty. If I can peel it off my hand. Oh yeah. Boy, that skillet. Tell you what, I should have just got me a cast iron skillet out instead of this little thin thing. It gets so hot, and then it just gets hot right in the middle. But it'll work for now. I'll tell you what, people, I'm going to get this cooked up, and then I'll get right back with you. All right, I believe we have it done, people. Pretty successful, I must say. I only broke one yellow. That ain't bad. Let me get that on the plate. I'll tell you what, this skillet leaves a lot to be desired. There is I have a lot better cast iron in there. I don't know why I keep grabbing this little raggedy thing, but I guess it served its purpose. All right, sausage and eggs. Almost fried that one hard. Whatever. It is good enough for who it's for. I'm going to sit down over here and finish watching this YouTube video and drink my coffee and eat my breakfast. All right, well, we're going to get the dishes done up here when I get done eating and start cleaning up around here, and I don't know, go from there. But anyway, if you like what you're watching, hit subscribe and the like button. Hit the notification bell. That way when I put out another video, you'll be notified. But thanks for tuning in, and I may be back with you. I'm not sure. So we'll see.